Hi, I'm Lee Wright, Holistic Interior Architect, and I am here to talk to you about a faux finish called ragging. Ragging takes a couple different materials into account. You're going to look for your base paint, you are going to have a glaze, and you're going to have water. And what you're going to do is you're going to put them in equal parts into a bucket, and then you are going to mix them together. So that is, again, paint, water, and a glaze. This is creating what is going to be the base for the color that you are putting onto the wall. So you want to make sure that that color is what you want to do. So the great thing about ragging is that you can do multiple layers, and there is a really big difference with what the base color is going to be and the ragging color on top of it. So it's important whether or not you want the colors to be similar, as in monochromatic, or if you want them to be contrasting, because they will create very different effects. The next thing that you need to have is a lint-free rag. Now you can use a different type of material depending on what kind of effect you want. I went for more of a linen to have a lot more texture because I wanted the wabi-sabi look in regards to this, but you need to make sure that it's lint-free. The next thing that I highly recommend is using gloves, because this technique gets very, very messy. Because what you're going to need to do, and I'm going to show you in just a minute, is you need to take this rag, you need to saturate it in water, fully wring it out, then you're going to dip it into your glaze, the color that you want, and then you are going to put it onto your wall. So as a holistic designer, I always say practice first. Make sure that you practice a whole bunch with this before you start doing it on your wall. Because the base coat of your wall can be beautiful like this is, a nice prime coat, whatever your base is going to be, but then when you start ragging on top of it, you're going to want to be able to be consistent throughout the entire wall. That is going to be what creates the end result of a beautiful space for you. So let's see if we can actually give you a little trial here. So again, it's a very messy technique, so I highly recommend using gloves to make sure that your hands don't get stained with the color of your glaze. Then you're going to take your rag and you're going to saturate it into, as I have here, a bowl of water. And then you're going to wring it out. And I suggest thoroughly wringing it out to make sure that it's a little bit less messy. And then you're going to dip it into your glaze that we have here that is fully stirred. You're going to wring it completely out. It's kind of like reminds me of tie-dyeing when I was a little kid. What you're wanting to do is just leave enough color in the rag that you've got that's all crumpled up, so when you come to the wall, it is going to leave different marks all over the wall that are related to the fabric itself. As you can see, there's some nice porous parts that are coming from this burlap-like fabric, and it creates a very textured look. And what's going on here is the background is in contrast to what's going on with the ragging. So it gives you a very different feeling here with the contrast than it would if you were using a monochromatic color scheme where the background of this was a darker purple. So I'm Lee Wright, Holistic Interior Designer, and if you would like to learn more about ragging and faux finishes, please reach out to me at sleewright.com. That's S as in secret, LeeWright.com. Thank you.